Welcome back, everybody. Smokey the Ball is coming back at you with a video about everybody else's experience on MW3. Now, I already talked about how I've been feeling, but there was a few comments and people talking about their experiences with it. I just want to show a few, discuss, give a little bit of opinion, and see if, where the community is kind of at least a small sample size that I can get a little piece of and try to see what they're thinking. Alright, first on the list, we got my boy Saving Souls Ministries here saying, bought it and played it for an hour yesterday. Something about Thanksgiving and OG MW2 made me want to try it. I was very disappointed that 80% of the game I've already or 80% of the guns I've already unlocked in the last game. I spent thousands of hours on the OG map, so the nostalgia was short-lived. For that, spawns are trash. Might as well wait for the price slash. Even at $50, I'd consider it, but not $74.95. Damn, yeah, they fucking ain't no way, bro. I was so burned out with last year's COD, didn't even play it since Advanced Warfare in 2014. Thought MW2 2022 was gonna have all these maps included in the future, but they bent us over. Not cool, man. Alright, I appreciate the comment and everything as well. I mean, you hit it right on the money. You can't get any more clear and concise than that. The way they reel people in is just by feeding off of nostalgia in the sense of we're bringing these maps back. I mean, keep in mind, these maps were supposed to be inducted into the MW2 that we got last year, and yet we're sitting here in MW3, and their entire map selection is all maps that are reused and rehashed that do not feel good for the game speed. None of these games actually, or none of these maps are actually portraying how good the game used to be or anything. The reason they do not fit is solely because, one, the game has just switched up and the speed has switched up. There's so many different strategies, but the newer strategies that have been found in this time of Call of Duty is just who can slide their ass cheeks fastest to make the hardest skid mark on the ground. You know what I'm saying? It's not really been anything new or special or developing. Also, he's correct. $74 they are charging people for bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I would recommend people not even wait till the fucking price slash, to be honest, because even the price slashing isn't going to change anything about the game itself being garbage. And yes, for people who are wondering, the guns in this game, 80 to 90% of all guns in MW3, a new Call of Duty, a whole new game that they said that they've been working years and years on, if not all of the guns are guns that you have already unlocked and fully upgraded in MW2. But here is the problem, and I found this out very early while playing. If you use the MW2 guns that are fully kitted out, and I found this happening like in the first week of playing, isn't it crazy that in the first everybody's going to start out on a low level, and I understand that. But if I myself worked hard to get my old MW2 weapons, whatever, maxed out, then they should fucking feel like a maxed out gun that I worked for. If anybody else has noticed this, if you take an MW2 weapon and play with it, it either, one, has the most vicious recoil to make up for some whatever, stat that it might have had in the last game, or it's insanely underpowered. That's their version of tuning, is to just make it either ungodly to aim and shoot, or make it so underpowered that you're just not going to want to use it, and you're going to want to use the newer, more up-to-date weapons. I can't believe it either. But yeah, this guy's totally right. Appreciate the comment, and let's get to the next one. Second one here is... Alright, Bleachin' Biscuits, funny name, said, I'm an old dog when it comes to Call of Duty. Up until Cold War came out, I haven't played one... Oh man, I haven't played one since BO2. Actually, that's actually amazing. At least you left off in like the classics GOAT era of Call of Duty, to be real. Had a blast playing Cold War. Cold War is pretty cool. I played it a pretty good amount. I thought zombies and everything was alright. And I bought into the hype of OG MW2 maps for the new one. See, guys, this is what I'm saying. That's how they honeypot us all the fucking time. Is it honeypot or honey dick? Whichever one, honey dicks. They do that. But I'm a casual player. GG's. After working a 12-hour shift, all I like to do is drink a cold one and party up with the boys. But I can't keep up with these lobbies with SBMM. Maybe I'm just stuck in the past trying to relive the good old days in a new fashion, but I genuinely feel like I've been robbed without a gun for spending $70 on this one. Disappointing, but really not at all surprised. Now, it's crazy to me because a lot of the players that do say that they're like the old school ones and they just don't think they can keep up. I wanted to put this out there, and I did like this test with myself as well. I have an Xbox, so of course whenever I want to, I play the new one, and then I'm like, this is shit, and then I go and play the fucking goated OGs and everything. It's fire. I challenge a lot of the old school Call of Duty, heads out there. Go back to the older games on Xbox if you can, if possible. They fixed all the servers and everything. It is as beautiful as the day that you used to come home from school and you had to fucking run to your room and hide your PlayStation, hide your Xbox and shit, and then play all fucking night when you could type shit. So everything's running up and fine on there. I'd recommend people to do it because, like this guy is saying, the skill-based matchmaking in this game is insane. You can be a casual player, but the problem with being a casual player in the newer games is that if you're like semi-decent, they can't always find somebody with a 1.3 KD around the world all the time. And you'll get either the sweatiest lobby possible, or you'll get some people that are like a noticeable level above your skill, where you're like, yeah, I might be a 1.3, but these guys are like a 1.9 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just jumps in a huge scale. But for a lot of the people who are older Call of Duty people and they've been playing, the series for super long, this new installment is not for us. This is completely manufactured bullshit for a subsection of players that have gotten really big over the last, I don't even know, what, 2-3 years. I think once Warzone and that stuff started coming out and they started trying to make Warzone's movement and everything be the basis of, hey, let's make it our multiplayer feel, let's make it our everything feel. That's whenever it kind of ruined the experience for a lot of normal, regular, everyday players, bro. People who just want to regularly play the game. Like after you said, you come home from a 12-hour shift and you don't want to get shit on for like 13 matches straight just to have one good game. And even then, the one good game is like a 19-12 game where you're like, fuck, bro, I still have to try hard to get a decent, like, positive KD. Dude, they're robbing people left and right with this shit. $70 is robbing anybody for anything. Imagine if you paid, like, dude, I don't even think $50 is worth this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not worth $50. It's not worth $50. It's not worth their fucking toenail. It's not worth much. Oh, I just killed my guy right there. I'm sorry about that, lieutenant or sergeant, whoever you are. But it's fucking ridiculous that we have to have this conversation right now because this is a game that is coming out in 2023. These guys are grown-ass people at the end of the day, and they should have more than enough sense in their mind on how to create a game that is fun and engaging. They have been doing this shit for like 20 years almost. I don't know, bro. But trust me, they know what the fuck they're doing. We can't sit here and excuse it anymore. It's ridiculous, but appreciate the comment. Appreciate your time. Let's get to the next one here. It says, just the fact that I don't even have an icon for MW2 and 3 anymore makes me feel bad. I just want to open the freaking game from desktop and feel like I own shit. This is correct in its own, like, this is how I can't even believe it, but it's like, how as a company do you create a problem that you didn't even have to begin with out of fucking thin air? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the comment. I hope I'm saying this right. Michil? Alright, anyways. I agree with fam. Because on top of everything's already just a clusterfuck and the UI sucks ass. I hate the fucking UI of this game. That's another thing I never really mentioned. But the UI is fucking garbage. But the fact that I cannot just open MW2 or MW3 at any given time pisses me off like this fam does as well. Once again, I already said this before in a different video. I tried to open up MW3 and accidentally opened up MW2, and it took so fucking long to just load to the MW2 screen that it was easier for me to just close the whole application, restart it over again, and it was like, okay, cool. It works to do that faster than it is for the fucking HQ that's taking up 160 plus gigabytes of storage. It's 160 plus gigabytes and it can't do its fucking job. It's annoying the shit out of me too, and I hate having to constantly sign in and you see 50 to 60 different little pop-up ads for store, fetching online profile, fucking syncing data. It's just too much, bro. Like, it's a fucking game. What happened to you click start and it says multiplayer zombies or campaign? What the fuck happened? Why is everything so unnecessarily filled with like stupid shit? I don't want to fucking buy a Kratos skin. I don't want to fucking buy John Wick with his balls as his weapon. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I just care about playing a game that has a serious story with a good campaign, a serious like innovation to the multiplayer, and if not an innovation, they go back and they rechamber, they retune, and they do all that stuff. Alright, now we're gonna see what's going on next here with the next one. My editing skills are half decent. Put it on the screen like right now. Alright, babies, let's wrap this one up for a 2-for-1 deal. We got my boy Yes How Daniel. I hope I'm saying a lot of this shit right. And my other boy, One in the Chamber. Advanced War 2 would have been a revival. This is gonna be like probably a hot take, but I think it's pretty fucking legit for people to say this. Advanced Warfare 2 with these types of graphics and these types of innovations probably would have been heat, especially because from the reports that are coming out, that is the original title that Sledgehammer wanted to make in the first place anyways, and they were working on that shit for a minute, not expecting to even come out with the fucking product for like a year or two or whatever, however long. Nowhere were they thinking about ever making another game, at least for 2023. And so far, the biggest news coming out is just that Advanced Warfare 2 was a pretty, huge. It was pretty like not deep in development, but that was that was their primary working stuff. So to be honest, I feel the pain of some people, and I know that it's a little uncommon for people to be like, you want to go back to jetpacks, it's all about boots on the ground. Dude, at this point, Call of Duty is not even an argument of boots on the ground or jetpacks or whatever. It is an argument of, is it a shit game or is it okay this year? No one is even complaining about movement systems anymore. Well, we are, but like, not like that in a way. More like, we just want the fucking game to be a good game. But they're implementing so much like dumb shit that SBMM is fucking retarded. It's stupid. Why do you need that in a casual? In ranked, yes, but in casual, why? Skill-based damage, hit registration, why? Why would you need any of these things? If people want to get better at the game from getting shit on all the time, then let them get better at the game. Don't fucking, rub their clit all the time talking about, oh, we'll put you in a lobby with people you're skilled. No, the whole fun of the fucking Call of Duty franchise was that you could get into a lobby with a bunch of lames, or you could get into the lobby with a bunch of pros. You could get into a lobby with a mix of each. Like, that was the fun of it. It was variety, but I feel what fam's saying. Advanced Warfare 2, I'm on board. If they announce it a few years from now after Treyarch and all those other games come out, I will look forward to that shit. Appreciate the comment. Let's move to the next one that fam said. He said, bruh, they won't allow you to prestige. I actually am not super duper sure about this. If this is the case, that just adds to the fuckery, but this game has like so little incentive to actually play and feel rewarding that I don't even go for any of that anymore. Especially in these newer games where it doesn't mean shit because next year it's going to get fucked out of your account anyways. But yeah, I mean, if you can't prestige, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with the fucking $10 prestige premium package that you got to buy so you can fucking become prestige. Like I said with the other comment, they seemingly love to make problems out of thin air that the community didn't even think was possible. For instance, the gunsmithing sounded cool at first, but then you start adding a whole bunch of shit. Now you're telling me I gotta fucking rim job my barrel to make it the right size and shit. Chill out, bro. What happened to the fucking pick 10? You pick what you want to pick, beast out what you want to beast out, and the whole fucking fun of having that, the whole reason why it was so fun not having 57 slots that you could fill up was because whenever you pick 10, you had to sacrifice one thing for the other. You want to be a person that goes out and booty claps? Guess what? You're going to be able to be found pretty easy. But if you sacrifice combat potential for hiding around and being harder to pinpoint, then guess what? Whenever you get in a head-on-head collision, you might just get clapped up easier. There's a payoff for that, but appreciate you guys for watching the video. Hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully everything's going good. Love you. Smoking the balls out.